Hey folks, welcome back. We're in Act 1 and this is Part 2. A quick Part 1 recap. We took out the source of the undead. We helped Kasparov with some aether crystals and gave Barnabas some scrap to get the water pump going. Now we're going down in the cave to find the source of the pollution. It says this is the prison dungeon. Seems kind of redundant, that doesn't it? I didn't notice we got 10 skill points here. Well, we want to go all the way to here because this bleeding and trauma is what gives you your damage early on. We'll use the fireball attack until probably level 10 to 11, maybe even 12. You always want to seem to prioritize your resistances here, otherwise this game will one-shot you. And I need more DPS. Good shot. We about got him here. That ring is it's alright. It's a level 9 ring. You're not going to get good stuff this early on. But that's the guy that's been poisoning the water supply. And here we have a devotion shrine. I saw a green that said supremacy. Did it equip it? Okay, so this is +2 to force wave, which is nice, and it has 1, 2, 3 resists, and it even gives us the right damage types for the skill that we're going to be using. So that's a really good find for level 5. Bleed resistance, it's all right, better than none. What else we got here? We're out of energy, or out of space rather, so I don't know, I should be able to take both of these. Yep. Can even equip that. Alright. Port back to town. Go tell Barnabas we cleared the, took care of the corruption. Now watch, this is going to turn from green to clear.
People are starting to beg me for water. I don't know how many more times I can say it'll melt your guts before they just rush me to take it. Well done. Once I pump out the remaining poisoned water, the spring should be clean enough for drinking. I'll make sure to let people here know how much help you've been. They'll be grateful if they can get a drink without dissolving their intestines. One more thing. Take my rucksack. Useful for hauling back scrap or whatever else you come across. I'm too old for that stuff now.
Alright, so we got some reputation increase for completing the quest, and we got an inventory bag. So we have an inventory bag here. And you see the water's clear now. So I think that's pretty cool. Alright, let's pick up this. This is a side quest. This guy lets us into Devil's Crossing. See the gates open there. Here's Valdez. This is the guy we rescued in part 1, if you remember that. We went across the stream and rescued him out of that hut. Here's Sybil Hart. She wants us to go find his brother Milton Hart, so we'll go see if we can find him.
Good, you're back. I've heard good things from both Kasparov and Barnabas. You're a real asset to this community.
So this is Bourbon's office. This is the guy who shot the rope on the noose at the beginning of the cutscene in part 1, if you remember.
One of my scouts came back with news making our next move clear. The dead are heavily concentrated in Burwich Village to the north, past the swamps of Whitemire. There must be a reason why. Perhaps the ethereal behind these attacks is there. We can't know for sure without investigating deeper. You've proven yourself quite resourceful thus far. Your ability to secure rift gates for human use could be a turning point in our situation. With all the activity around Burwich, there's bound to be a rift gate. If you can capture it, that will give us a solid foothold in the area. Follow the road north through Whitemire. Though in the current state of things, you will likely have to leave the road behind well before you reach the village. Keep pressing north, and you will eventually reach the outskirts of Burwich. It's surrounded by a palisade wall, so you will have to find a way inside. Once you've secured the rift gate, return to Devil's Crossing.
Alright, so this guy wants us to go to Burwich. So we'll show you some of the prison here. The doors are open now because this is obviously not a prison anymore.
Greetings, child. I am pleased to see that the taint of possession has left you. Should you require it, I offer spiritual guidance to the survivors. I will gladly extend this service to you.
The TLDR for this NPC here is this is where you go to respec your skills, respec your devotion points. Just be advised you can't respec your class. Once you pick your class, that's it.
My knowledge of spirits has allowed me to devise a trap with which we were able to contain you and the ethereal that controlled you. It was not until the noose was firmly around your neck that the spirit left you, though. I'm afraid that I am not at all fit for combat, which from my understanding was more than necessary for you to reach the Reanimator's lair. I was only able to subdue the ethereal within you with the use of a trap, which would have required the Reanimator to come to us, just as you have.
Oh, so she's the one that trapped... she's the one that trapped it when it left my body, right? It left my body, but before I passed away, Bourbon shot it down. Interesting.
Troubled memories can cloud the mind and torment the spirit. With my guidance, you can move past these painful thoughts and begin anew.
You the one who stopped me when I was possessed?
My knowledge of spirits has allowed me to devise a trap with which we were able to contain you and the ethereal that controlled you. It was not until the noose was firmly around your neck that the spirit left you, though.
Interesting. Didn't know that either. And this guy here is your stash tab. You click this button here to go from item transfer from this is personal character bound stash, and then this is your shared stash. And I have quite a bit of stuff because I've been playing for a while since the 1.3 playtest. But I'm going to go sell this stuff, and I'm going to get a couple potions. Potion of Clarity here for an XP boost. Because I have, you get those later in the game, and I'll show you that. Oh, there's no NPC down here. Yes, there is. Here he is. I'm gonna sell a lot of this stuff. Save the salt bag. That might be used later. We can maybe use that at level 14. I'm not quite sure yet. Early on, I always put the first 20 points in physique and then about 10 in cunning, and that'll take us to probably level 30-ish or so. I ignore the second class until level 50, 55, because you don't really need it. You can single mastery it or single class it all the way. So we got 9 skill points. We only need 8 to get to internal trauma. So that's going to be good. Then we need 1 more level to get 1 point in here and 2 more in here. Because we are at 318 on Fire Blast, but if you look at Force Wave, it's less than half of that. So it's still a DPS loss. But we got a couple more quests here. We got to make our way to Burwich. We got to kill these 3 guys, find Milton Hart, and rescue the apprentice. That's way north up in Burwich Estates. So we'll go find we'll see if we can find these 3 guys here. Something for nothing is the quest we're doing right now. You can tell the main quest got the star and the side quests do not. If you just skip the side quests, you'll miss 90% of the story, because that fills in all the gaps. Alright, so we got a gun of attack speed. And the first guy here is this guy. Faros the Rotted. Band of Mending, what's this? 10% cunning, 13 and 1 regen. We'll save that, you never know. Alright, I think I need to turn... I'm going to go to my loot filter here and turn off white and yellow items. Because after about level 10 or so, we're not going to be equipping any yellow items. This is the old dump area earlier in part 1 where Barnabas told us to go and stir up junk and kill mobs to try to find scrap. That's this place. It's called the old dump. Let's see what's down in here. And you get more movement speed later on. See all these scrap heaps. There'll be scrap around here someplace. Maybe. Now we're going up into Whitemire, so we're actually too far. We actually got to go south, but you kind of get the idea. The game doesn't exactly hold your hand. It gives you just enough that if you don't read stuff, you won't know where to find anything unless you go look it up someplace. Like there's a refuse pile. Those refuse piles are the ones that got scrap in them a lot of the time, but not always. As you see there, that one didn't drop anything. I hear flies, but I don't see them on my screen anywhere. That's weird, I don't see them. They were probably swarming around that corpse pile back there that we destroyed. Swimming. Flying, I mean. There's a devouring swarm. There must have been one of those around there I didn't see earlier. Alright, so here's Whitemire Rift. Now this rift, we have to capture it. It's got a bunch of ethereals coming through. These ethereals are either coming from Burwitch or coming from Malmoth. There when it turns purple like that, we got it, so we're good. Ran out of energy there, so we're regenning. You see the cooldown here. I think it's like 10 or 15 seconds. It says it. Hang on. So your health potion cooldown is 12 seconds. Energy is also 12. In the new FOA Fangs of Asterkarn expansion, you're going to be able to modify your potions to have it do other stuff. And I think they said there's something like a few million possibilities of all the different stuff you can do. So that'll be interesting. This is Julius the Decayed. This is the second mob that we need to get in this Something for Nothing quest. Alright, he dropped us a shield that we won't use. We're mainly going two-hand early on. Oh, this is Milton Hart right here. So we'll go see him. Alright, now Fire Blast is 318. Let's see what Force Wave is. 321. So it's a little bit better. So really one more level and Force Wave will be king, because we'll get 3 more points in here, and then you'll just start clearing the entire screen. Oh, he attacked me. Okay, so he's already been possessed. Well, sorry, Sybil, your brother didn't make it. He's been possessed and turned by the ethereals. See where it says Aether Corruption up there? So that's what would have happened to me, except I was they trapped it. Alright, so we got Milton Hart's Note, his amulet. This is one of the monster infrequents that we'll use. We'll use this monster infrequent here. Alright, here's Milton Hart's Note.
I'm afraid I may have to break a promise. I'm not about to give up yet, but things aren't looking good outside. I was lucky to survive that first night when I volunteered to distract the rotten walkers, while Bourbon and his group, including my little sister Sybil, made their way through to Devil's Crossing. I believe in Bourbon, and if anyone can get those people through, it's him. Before they left, I looked Bourbon in the eye and told him to keep her safe. He put his arm on my shoulder and spoke in that calm, reassuring tone of his. He told me that he would do everything he can, but I had to promise him something too, that I would do my damn best to get out of this alive. Well, I've sure got myself into a fine fix. I diverted them walkers all right, but now I'm all hemmed in. I've been hiding in a group of old dilapidated shacks and keep changing position whenever the dead get too close. I can't find a way forward though, and I'm running out of daylight. The walkers seem stupid generally, but I think they dug out the riverbanks last night, allowing the water to wash the road out. It's almost as though something is directing them. I'm not done yet and have no intention of dying in this rotting shack. I'm going to try to break free and will go out fighting if I have to. If the worst comes to pass and you're finding this note on my cold corpse, well, please let my sister Sybil know what's come to pass and tell her to be brave. I can only hope she made it to Devil's Crossing.
Wow. So he wrote that note, he got possessed, and they turned him into an ethereal. So these are the shacks he was talking about. This shack up here, this one down here, and there's one also over here across the street. Force Wave is so good early on. Once we get a few more points in it, it's just going to demolish everything. Alright, so the next one we got to get is Negon the Withered. We found his amulet, so we got to return that. And Kasparov's apprentice is that's up ahead yet. Let's go see what's over here. A lot of these quests I haven't, I know where to go for all the main objectives, but I don't explore much. So on this playthrough, I'm going to do a lot more exploring than what I normally do. Oh. This guy's got a quest for us. It's a side quest because you can tell because there's no voiceover for it. So he wants us to collect some necklaces, okay? Then there's a vendor here you can sell stuff to. There's Milton Hart's amulet. We'll put that over here. This is the Blitz monster infrequent that we'll use. These are the Slith necklaces we got to gather. Cool, here's a totem. We'll clear that out. Isaac's stash. These are a good shoulders to get early on. This will last you well into Act 2. It's funny that we always end up finding, or at least I do, I always find his stash before I find the NPC. I'll have to go see if I can find where he's at, because he tells you to go look for the stash. But a lot of people find his stash before they actually find him, and some people never find him at all.